back to the Factor Uncensored. Time for Angela After Dark. We have what may be a complicated question for a resident sex and relationship therapist. Well, I don't know. It doesn't complicate it for you. Dr. Angela Jones, what happens if a person in a relationship doesn't want to have sex anymore? Is it the beginning of the end of that relationship? Dr. Jones is here in the studio to talk about it. So, obviously, husband, wife, significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever,
right,
in this world we're living in. And you're together, but you don't want to have sex. How do you even deal with that?
Usually when one person is all of a sudden saying, look, I'm done with the sex part of our relationship, and the other person hasn't been, included in that conversation.
Wait, how is that possible?
It's possible because, well, the thing is, it's usually not because of sex. It's usually because of something bigger. And so when one person in a relationship is saying, like, look, I'm not interested anymore, I don't want to do it with you anymore, the question shouldn't be like, why don't you want to have sex with me? The question is, okay, what's going on? But as a partner in any kind of relationship, if you didn't see the signs leading up to what's going on, then you're clearly not paying attention.
And so what if you find out that person who says, you know what, we're not going to have sex, we're staying together as a couple, but we're not having sex? Do you think that other person may stray and go out and have sex with someone else? Should you be concerned? Well,
of course you should be concerned.
Dumbass question.
You should be concerned, but the thing is, there's a lot of different reasons why this could happen. Emotional, relational reasons. Basically, our relationship doesn't feel emotionally safe, or I just don't feel connected with you. Another one could be physical, which is something physically is going on with me and I cannot have sex with you anymore. And another one could be psychological. So it just really depends on the why, right? So if you're in a relationship with someone for a long time and they're having physical ailments that's causing them not to be able to have sex with you, hopefully you guys are talking about what is the plan, what are we gonna do? Do we open our relationship up, or are we just gonna close it? I'm okay with that. But when it becomes physical, relational, or psychological, I usually tell you need to go seek therapy individually, and you need to seek therapy as a couple.
Now, if you have those elements involved in the relationship where those are the reasons why you're not having relations at home, then you have a problem if you're not telling your significant other.
I mean, you're having communication problems. This should have been addressed when you started thinking about not having or you started feeling like, I'm not connected to you. I don't feel connected to you emotionally or physically or whatever it is. If I don't have a connection with you, if I'm feeling astray, I should have started talking to you a long time ago. To the point that you're saying, I don't want to have sex with you anymore, that means you're already past. It's almost like expired, and you're already, it's almost like you're in an explosion stage. You're not at the little spark now. So there's a lot more to get fixed at that stage. So yeah, there's lack of communication, lack of connectedness, and it should have been addressed a long time ago. But if you are in that place, seek therapy, because clearly you two are not going to be able to do it on your own.
Now, for whatever reason it may be that these individuals decide not to have sex, but they want to stay together, how do you get into the conversation if you say, I want to, explore outside of the relationship?
And that's a viable option if both of them are open to having an open relationship. An open relationship can mean a lot of different things, though. So one partner may say, let's open a relationship. I want to, just have other sexual partners. You guys have to come into an agreement with that. Now, the problem is, of course, is when there's not an agreement. I don't want to open a relationship, but you do. And I've seen many relationships come to a head to the point like it's just not going to work. You want to explore, I want monogamy. You want to stop having sex, I want to continue having sex. And if we can't get to a place of agreement, then we are going to have to think about our options as a couple.
All right. Dr. Angela Jones, thank you for joining us tonight. Always the bearer of bad news.
I'm sorry.